If you're watching this video, you've already tried something. Lessons, showcases, weight room programs, YouTube drills, hell, maybe even ChatGPT workouts. But your exit velocity is still sitting in the same place. This video is going to tell you exactly why. Not to make you feel bad about what you've tried, but to show you exactly what's been missing from every single approach that you have given a shot, and why the Close the Gap protocol is the only system built to actually fix it. Pay attention because what I'm about to show you is going to change your development forever. Let's talk about private lessons. You've probably taken them for years, 1 hour per week. Your hitting coach breaks down your swings, he may even give you some drills, and you leave the lesson feeling fixed. But then you get to the game, and you have the same exact exit velocity and nothing is transferred over into your swing. Here's exactly why. Lessons fix mechanics. They do not build the physical foundation those mechanics need to perform. You can have a perfect swing, but if it's built on a body that cannot execute rotational force, it doesn't matter. Your hitting coach is fixing the roof while nobody is working on the foundation underneath. And here's a part of the lesson industry that nobody will even tell you. Seeing a coach 1 hour per week means you're all alone for the other 6 days, grooving the same exact incorrect patterns and reinforcing those same bad habits, undoing everything you guys just fixed before you ever see him again. Lessons are not development, they are maintenance. Next, let's talk about the weight room. You're in there every day, your squat is up, you're deadlifting more than you ever have before, but still your exit velocity has not moved. And here's what's actually happening. Strength and exit velocity are not the same physical quality. Strength is how much force you can produce, and exit velocity is how fast you can produce it and transfer it into your barrel. These are two completely different things trained in two completely different ways. Your generic gym program built one and it completely ignored the other. But here's really the deeper problem. Without a profile assessment, your program has no idea if you are force deficient or velocity deficient, whether you need more strength work or speed work. Your program is built for everyone, which means it's built for no one. Training the wrong quality for your specific profile means you waste months of development and sometimes entire off seasons. And most high school hitters have been doing this their entire career. Your dad has spent a lot of money, hotels, entry fees, travel baseball, just for exposure. And coaches are still walking right past you and not replying to your emails. Because here's the brutal truth. You don't have an exposure problem, you have a development problem. Coaches are seeing you, that's not really the issue. The issue is what they see when they watch you. They see a player whose output does not demand their attention. Exposure without development is just paying to broadcast your underdevelopment to every college coach in the country. Next, ChatGPT and Instagram Reel workouts. You've saved the reels, you've asked AI. Place together your own workout protocols. Here's the issue with this. ChatGPT does not know your profile. It doesn't know your mechanical deficiencies, and it definitely doesn't know what phases your body needs. It gives you exercises and not development. And Instagram gurus are selling you on random inputs, with no structure and no testing behind them. Random inputs create chaos and not total development. And your body does not adapt to random chaos. And finally, the biggest lie in high school baseball. College will develop me when I get there. I personally believe this, and it cost me everything. I showed up to my D3 program expecting my coach to unlock me, but he had 27 other guys on his roster. He really didn't have that much time for me, and really nobody does when you show up and you're at the bottom of the depth chart, because college coaches would rather select than develop. By the time you step foot on the campus, a majority of decisions are already made. Who starts and who sits. And if you show up underdeveloped, you will sit. And most guys never recover from that. Your development window is right now, before you commit, before you show up, and before the clock runs out. And here's what every single one of those approaches has in common. They all address symptoms, but none of them address the actual root cause. And the root cause is this. You've never had a development system specifically built around you, your body, or deficiencies. Every lesson you've taken, every single workout you've done, all the showcases you've attended, has been built on the foundation of guesswork. And guesswork in the wrong direction for months looks identical to you thinking you're not working hard enough. And that's why you feel stuck. And that's why your exit velo won't move. Not because you're not talented, not because you're not working hard, because nobody has ever given you the right information first. And that changes right now. Here's exactly how the Close the Gap protocol works, and why it's the only system that actually addresses that single gap we just identified. We start with your profile assessment. Before you train a single rep, we identify exactly where your body is deficient. Are you force deficient or are you velocity deficient? This is what every other approach skips. From there, we build your program in 3 phases. I call it the build, peak, dominate framework. The build phase consists of eccentric loading, max time under tension, and we ultimately develop your strength foundation and teach your central nervous system to absorb and produce force. And this is where the base is built, where everything else sits on. Next is the peak phase. We improve your rate of force development, your central nervous system efficiency, and we transition from eccentric to isometric phases. We convert your strength into explosive power. And this is exactly where those exit velocity jumps happen. And this is the phase that 99% of high school athletes never reach because they skipped the build foundation. Finally is the dominate phase. We develop rotational transferability, and we express that power in the cage and out on the field. Your swing speed and exit velocity are the main focus here, as well as mental systems. So you're never second guessing in the box ever again. This is the output that those college coaches cannot ignore. Those 3 phases all in order. Each one is building on the last. And each one is tested every 2 weeks. Your exit velo, broad jump, rotational med ball toss, and 60 time. We also develop your mechanics through what I call major league launch. Using the stair-step method, we identify your single most impactful mechanical deficiency first. Then we move on to the next. Each mechanical improvement is building upon the previous. Not everything at once, and not generic drills. Individualized development built around your body, your swing, and your specific movement patterns. And underneath all of this is what I call the standard separator. This is your mental performance system, built around breath work, visualization, pre-AB routines, identity building, pressure management, and reset frameworks. All inside our school community, with 30 plus videos all at your disposal. Because here is what nobody connects for you. When your body is underdeveloped, you press harder. When you press harder, you spiral faster. And when you do that, your mechanics completely break down. Then you trust your body even less. It's a cycle, and it tightens every single time you can barely function in the box. The standard separator breaks this cycle at the identity level. These 3 pillars are delivered daily in the KT Performance app and the school community, with direct access to me and mental performance coach, Coach Rost, every single day. Not just 1 hour per week where your coach doesn't see you the other 6 days. I'm talking every single day. And here's why nothing else works without a system in place. Lessons don't transfer without a physical foundation underneath. Showcases don't convert without exit velocity or output that demands attention from coaches. And the weight room gains don't show up in the cage without the CNS efficiency or rotational transferability. And finally, the mental game coaching doesn't stick without your physical development being a priority first, giving your confidence something real to stand on. Everything you've been investing in, the lessons, the showcases, travel ball, and the weight room, all of it works better when the Close the Gap protocol is the foundation underneath. This is not an add-on to your development. This is the first domino. If you're an uncommitted junior or senior stuck in their development, between 88 and 95 miles per hour for your exit velocity, who is done guessing and ready to build something undeniable, click the button below and apply for the Close the Gap protocol. Spots are limited. Stand out, don't settle.